Negotiations are ongoing on the insurance coverage of the Wadali power plant. This is one of the concerns coming out of the tour and press conference of the multi-million-dollar facility granted by the Prime Minister and officials at the Antigua Public Utilities Authority, APUA, on Tuesday. Sean Thomas picks up that story.
Against the backdrop of controversy surrounding the Wadali power plant, the Prime Minister and the principals at the Antigua Public Utility Authority granted a tour and press conference to address several outstanding issues. While the debate continues, various documentations have been presented to confirm the transparency regarding the multi-million-dollar project. But a year after it was commissioned, the issue of indemnity is still being discussed. Electricity Manager Lyndon Francis hopes that the premium of $1.3 million will be in place by this week.
Since received a quotation, it's 1.3 million, the GM has reminded me. We haven't quite paid it as yet due to cash flow. We're managing the process with respect to the cash flow, and that is the issue. The GM and the rest of us as a management team, we are aware that it is something that we would like to have done months ago. But like, the challenge is a matter of cash flow, and hopefully very shortly we'll be able to deal with that.
Meantime, reduced costs of electricity to the consumer is yet to be reflected on the monthly bills as promised with the commissioning of the Wadali power plant. General Manager of the Antigua Public Utility Authority, Edward Martin, attributes this to high fuel costs.
With fuel prices the way they are, and fuel is the most significant component of our billing structure, and the only variable component, and at this point in time it's really high. I can't see in the near future, unless there is significant reduction in that component is realized, I can't see any benefits being transferred or passed on to the consumers at this point in time, because that's a fixed cost.
However, Prime Minister Dr. The Honorable Baldwin Spencer is of the view that the objective is for the nation to be self-reliant with regard to power generation.
Real benefits to be derived in terms of what we do with consumers is when APU is in a position to rely on its own generation of electric power. And that is not the case as it stands right now. As you know, we have APC and we have WPP. The reality is that if you're going to get to the point where you're going to be able to do that fully, then the whole question of who owns and generates is what is going to make this work.
The tour of the Wadali power plant showed a far difference from the images that surfaced in the local media that may have suggested that the plant has defects. But at the end of the press conference, there seemed to be more questions than answers. The new multi-million-dollar Wadali power plant was commissioned on September 1, 2011 through a loan agreement provided by the People's Republic of China. Sean Thomas, ABS News.